A murderer serving 4 life sentences in California kills his wife in the prison. Why in the world did she marry this man? Let's get to it.
Loved her grandchildren more than anything. And that's what hurts the most, is because we got some that's about 3 years old. They don't know, what's going on. It's hard to explain that to them.
Stephanie Brinson wore many hats: grandmother, mom, a volunteer who gave back to her community.
It really hurt. She was a very loving person to a fault. She didn't care what your past was. She saw the good in everybody.
Stephanie died during an overnight family visit at Mule Creek State Prison. She was there visiting her husband, David Brinson, sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole for killing 4 men in a Los Angeles robbery in 1994.
She liked this guy and she trusted him, and unfortunately, it was her demise.
She liked a guy who was in prison serving 4 life sentences. You mean to tell me that this grandmother could not have found someone on the outside who is free to come over her house, they can get busy, free for her to go over his house, they can get busy and they can go out. She decides to marry a man who is serving 4 life sentences, who's never gonna come out, and don't think that, maybe you might be the 5th victim.
According to the Amador County Sheriff's and CDCR, at some point in the middle of the night during their November visit, Brinson called the prison staff to say Stephanie passed out. 2 weeks later, her family was told something seemed suspicious about the case.
Kind of suspected it was something weird going on because she was healthy.
Her children's fears realized. The Amador County coroner ruled it a homicide. Stephanie was strangled.
It's a very frustrating role because we know it was just him and her in the room, nobody else.
Hey guys, just want to take this short break to thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. Really appreciate it. Can you please like the video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, make some comments after you watch the video all the way through, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified for any videos that I drop. Thank you for watching. Back to the video.
No supervision, no phones. They take her phone, they take all her belongings. So what hope does she have to, her life is in his hands at that point.
Her children want answers. Why an inmate with a violent history was allowed to have unsupervised visits at all? We took those questions to CDCR. They say protocol is that visits are determined by conduct while incarcerated, not convictions, unless an inmate has suspended privileges due to disciplinary actions, are on death row, or are convicted for sex offenses.
We just want answers. What could be done, and not even just for the sake of my mom, but for the future, for somebody else's mom, somebody else's wife.
Trying to make a change. There are no charges for Stephanie's death, and Brinson has not been named as a suspect. He has been moved, however, to a facility.
So let's have to get back to it. Why did she marry a man who was serving 4 life sentences? Is it that bad out here where she couldn't find a man who is free, who wants to date her? So she goes after a dude who say, oh, he's never coming out. I wonder if it's like a form of control, like because he needs her. So she feels that, well, because he ain't never coming out and he needs me, I'm going to be there for him. So what? You don't want to be with a man who will love you and who might need you, but not need you to the extent of a damn lifer? Like this makes no sense. This is a sad story. This is not funny at all. This is not funny at all. And it's her, but there's a lot of women who are in that situation where they're married to prisoners who ain't never coming out. And you say to yourself, like, hold up, does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. But, she was an older woman, not gonna have kids. She already had her kids. So she's like, hey, she wanna live her best life with a damn prisoner. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. My brothers and sisters, tell me what you think about this one right here. I am flabbergasted. You know, my heart goes out to the family because they're demanding answers, but this is sad, yo. Sad. Ladies, let me tell you something. If you are that down where you gotta marry a prisoner, you gotta reevaluate your life. You gotta reevaluate your life, for real, for real. That's all I gotta say about that. Be safe out there. Peace.